Where the requirement came to us about 7 years ago that there's not enough transportation in this area. So we were excited to start a business where we really felt we're giving back to the community. The hospital approached us based on our expertise and what we had done so far. And they said, can you also now do our pharmacy deliveries to home deliveries? This is a new requirement and it was going to be booming for them. And they were looking for us to help them with that. They'd had some problems in the past. They were using one of the nationwide distributing transportation companies, and it wasn't meeting their requirements. There was no accountability. A lot of packages were getting lost, and these are very expensive pharmaceutical packages, can't get lost. Some of them are 24-hour time sensitive ice boxes. And when you're already picking them up in the evening for a delivery the next day, you're already running against the clock as well. So we were looking at new ways to do this. This is an area our customer is wanting to grow, and they want to grow with us. We have a very special relationship. And it starts by just the basic requirement. What's the most efficient way to get this solved, to get the packages to these people who are badly in need? Some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them it's home chemo type prescriptions. So it's very important that we meet the requirement, get there on the day, get it before that ice pack is even close to being too warm. Today, 150 packages are being delivered. We got 6 vehicles today. We're running 6 routes today. Many of my drivers are semi-retired. We find these are the reliable people. They like doing this kind of work. We had taxi vehicles and we had taxi dispatch system. In the process initially for doing about 20 to 50 packages a day is we would receive a fax at about 3 o'clock the previous day, and it had all the addresses there of what needed to be delivered. So at that point, we didn't have an Excel file. We had to type these addresses into our dispatch system, just like it was going to be a taxi run. But then also we had to type those same addresses into an optimization mapping program so that we could determine what's the best routes and optimize those as well. We were really making something work that really wasn't a good fit. It was a square peg in a round hole. So really didn't work too well, not very scalable. We couldn't go above 50 packages a day with that. We had to do something. And the fact that it didn't work with these mapping systems made it more frustrating. And the wasted hours, I don't know. Our productivity for planning can be thought that for 20 packages, it was taking 1 hour. So if we had 50 packages, it was taking us 2.5 hours to do the planning the night before. What did the drivers do? And they show up at the pharmacy to pick up their packages. They knew what they were. And when they did that, they also picked up a piece of paper with every single box that they picked up. And whether it got a signature or not, the courier had to fill out that they certified that they in fact did drop off that package. So now I'm dealing with a ton of paperwork as well that had to get returned back to the pharmacy as well. Proof of delivery was weak. First of all, the pharmacy wouldn't see the day of the event, did we deliver it or not? They'd have to make a phone call. If there was a call that something didn't get delivered, now we have to find the driver. And they always want a photo so that they could figure out if we misdelivered it. The pharmacy had no idea where we were or what we were doing at any given moment for our drivers. They saw them in the morning and they'll see them the next day, but they didn't know how progress is moving along for the day as well. It started when I realized we couldn't grow to the requirements of what the pharmacy had. 50 was about our limit with what we were trying to do there with that stubborn manual process. So we wanted something that was stable, something that was relatively easy to use, just a custom built product that was already there. Get rid of that triplicate entry. We have a plan that we're going to be over 200 packages a day in the near future. We couldn't have gotten there without changing and getting a real system for us. I first went with references from people who have used nuVizz and had the similar requirement. And I didn't look too much further than nuVizz. Once I saw the demonstration and once I understood all the functionality that was there, it was a perfect match with what I felt my requirements were. Paperless, just the efficiencies, and we'll talk about that. But nuVizz was really just the perfect fit for what we needed.